I am set. Scott, congratulations,
Okay.
man.
Oh, thanks, Dash.
uh no, just number one, a couple of things I want to ask, but number one, just Cole being in that situation. Got a veteran guy out there. Is that one of those cases where, hey, this is if somebody's going to win it, this is the man I want to give it a shot?
Yeah, we have a couple of guys, Cole and Cheney Rogers are guys that,
Mm-hmm.
again, is a perfect example. They both have one hit on the day, and both of them are huge hits. Those two don't waste too many hits very often. Usually, if they get a hit, it's a big one that's scoring a game tying or game winning run, or maybe getting a rally started. But you know, when you need your older guys to come through to win games like this, and they did today.
And it looked like, I mean, Tennessee's been pitching him inside, these first two games. It seemed like a pretty good bit anyway. And like he was really waiting on that pitch too when he drove it.
Yeah, Cole's an aggressive hitter, and sometimes he gets him in trouble, but it paid dividends right there.
Mm-hmm. And I actually too, I know it's going to kind of get maybe lost in the shuffle a little bit, but the bunt that Shane put down, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
just first pitch, placed it perfectly. Just the how huge that was to give you all that chance today.
Yeah, we executed late in the game, and we didn't execute great early on. Some miscues defensively and offensively. And when it came down to it, again, two older guys, Cheney and Shane, both getting bunched down and putting pressure on them to make plays. And I think Shane was shocked he made an out. I think he's bunting about 800. He thinks he should probably be hitting the lead off and stealing 20 bases a year. But he has a knack for laying down good bunts, and it came up huge right there.
Ryan, great recovery by him today, but at first he was just having trouble like gripping his pitches, or what was kind of going on with him early on?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think obviously we didn't help him out in that first inning. He probably should have got out of it with one run and about 20 pitch inning, and instead he's 40 pitches in, and I think that probably played more of it than anything else. He's a guy that's really hard to hit, so his pitch count's going to be up because they're not going to make early contact. He gets a lot of swings and misses. And I think he just kind of got fatigued that inning to go out there and throw 40 pitches in one inning. I mean, that's tough to do and still have feel and command. But yeah, I thought he was huge that for him to be able to get through that inning and then get us to the fifth and dominate through the fifth. Obviously that played huge, and all those pitchers did a great job. Ben Harris, absolutely, a huge outing to keep it close right there, and not only keep it close but dominate for 2 innings so we could carry some momentum offensively. And I thought he was good. It's just one pitch got away from him.
And just last thing, just on Corey Collins, any update on him?
He's day to day. If I had to guess, unlikely for tomorrow, but he's day to day. And the biggest thing is we want to make sure we take care of him, and he's 100% for the rest of the season. So we'd love to have that bat in there tomorrow, but we're going to err on the side of caution and make sure we take care of that leg and try to get him healthy.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thanks, Dash.
Okay, next we're going to go to Aaron Fitt.
Hey, Coach. Good to see you. It feels like it would have been pretty easy for this team to get discouraged after, what happened yesterday, and to come out today and kind of get blitzed a little bit in that first inning where things were getting away. But what are you seeing from this club with the poise they're showing and the fight they're showing, having to come back a couple of times in this ball game?
Yeah, this team has a lot of character, and I think it's paying off. We've played a lot of close games early, maybe games that on paper you thought shouldn't have been close, that we had to come back and win games late. Unfortunately, we haven't played our best baseball this weekend yet still, and I think we're fortunate to be playing a good team to be 1-1 after not playing clean baseball for 2 days. But I think it also shows the grit this team has. A guy like Cole Tate who makes every single play at shortstop, starts the game with an error and finishes the game with a game-winning hit. I think our older guys are those type of kids. They're hard-nosed kids that have a little bit of a flair for the dramatic and come through. Cheney and Cole, they both get one hit today, but they're both absolutely huge hits. They just kind of have a knack for coming through in those situations.
Thank you.
Oh, okay, next we're going to go to Jed May.
Coach, I know you talked a lot last night about, you felt like the team just played sped up and, in the first SEC game. Is this another learning experience for these guys in terms of just, in these tight conference games, you just kind of got to, hang around and get those 1 or 2 big hits, when you need them the most?
Yeah, we talk a lot to these guys about, you try not to make the SEC a big monster, but that's what it is. You're playing great teams for 10 straight weeks. We try not to talk too much about having to be perfect in these games, but you have to play good all the time. The margin for, between winning and losing is razor thin. You saw it today where we're one swing away from winning and losing that game. Riley King, I thought he was safe at the plate, and he said his foot was up in the air, and when he got tagged, and it's maybe getting another foot on your secondary, or having a better turn, or getting a sack bunt down, or making a routine play. Most games, that's the norm between winning and losing, is that. So we try to talk to these guys, hey, just be good all the time. You don't need to be great. You don't need someone to come through with a game-winning home run. Just have a good at bat, make routine plays, throw strikes, and we'll be in good shape.
Okay, next we're going to go to Drew.
Hey, Coach, just a couple of questions for you. First one about the offense. I think 8 of the 9 guys today in the lineup all had base hits. So, and especially in a situation like today when you have to have that run in the 9th inning, how does having an even offense kind of help get that last run when you need it?
Yeah, I like the lineup we put together the last 2 days. I think there's a lot of tough outs there. A lot of guys, Luke Wagner had a couple sneaky walks in there. He just puts together a good at bat. Josh McAllister come through with a big hit. I think you got 9 guys in there that are tough outs and can do something with the ball. So, you missed Corey Collins, you missed having the Thunder in the middle of the lineup, but I think there's a lot to be said for everybody being able to come through and contribute. And I think that makes it tough on the opposing pitcher.
Just one last quick question about Ryan. It looked like the bullpen wasn't really getting active until the 4th inning after he kind of got in that jam in the first. So why did you have so much confidence in him to not really get the bullpen active until you did?
Well, his stuff's unbelievable. And I think, the trouble in the first was self-inflicted by our defense more than anything else. He wasn't perfect, but again, I think some of that command issues just had to do with how many pitches we made him throw in that first inning. Realistically, he should have got out of that inning with 1 run, and a worst case scenario, 1 run, even if we just misplay 1 ball and maybe 20 pitches in, and instead he's 2 runs in and 40 something pitches into the game. So, he's one of the best pitchers in the league. He's our best guy. The guy's got swing miss stuff, and he's a real competitor. We hate to have him go out there for 40 pitches, but he did a great job of coming back and really competing and finishing the game.
We have time for one more question with Coach, if anyone wants to take it, or you can hop on, or is everyone good? Okay, that's all. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, fellas. Thanks.